Okay, so the next part asks you to make some maps. And we're going to do this in Google Sheets using the Zoo tools that we installed into our Google Sheet add-ons. So we're going to go to our Google Sheet, and it asks us to make a map of longitude and latitude of this data that we have. So what we're going to go is to add-ons, and I'm going to do a couple of things on where you guys might have issues. So we're just going to go to Map Helper, and it's going to open this up. And it lets us pick latitude and longitude, and then we can just click Map, and it'll map out everything that we need. Now we have an issue because it's saying that everyone's hometown is over here in Turkey and going up through Africa. And we know that's not true. We know people are probably from closer to San Bernardino, so we might think, okay, what's wrong here? And we look up here and we say, oh, we're using latitude for longitude. So we're going to switch that to longitude, and you guys might want to remap it. But the issue with Zoo Tools is that if we just try and remap it, it's going to keep the same data points we already had, as well as adding on these other data points. So if we mess up on the map, we're going to have to close it up and start from scratch. So go back to Zoo Tools, Map Helper, and be sure to click, once it opens up, latitude and longitude of home, and click Map. And it gives us something more reasonable. We have a lot of people from California. I have a couple of students from Northern California and a lot of students from Southern California. If we scroll over here, looks like we have someone from Saudi Arabia. And we have two people who marked their hometowns as being in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea. Now, I'm not entirely sure if that's where people are from or not, but we're going to take note that there are a couple of people who say they are from the Mediterranean Sea. We can go further over. We have a student from India, and we have a lot of students marking that they're from this same region in China. And this is something to take note of. A lot of students saying they're from this one specific region in China. And it's not unusual to have students from China, but usually you might expect that they're from all over an area instead of from one specific place. So we're going to note that, and we're going to think about why we see all of these data points. And that's going to be our map. And this is something that we might want to include in our lab notebook. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just make a screenshot of this, and I'm going to add it to the lab notebook. So I'm going to take a screenshot, and you can use the snipping tool in Google or whatever to do it. I'm just going to include that under graphs and data. So now I have a nice little map of where the longitude and latitudes of people's hometowns are. Okay, and the next part of the lab, we're going to be thinking about why the data might be not quite so believable. And we're going to make another map. Okay, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.